All right, traders, today is December 11th, 2023. This is the BYOB Market Wrap Up with me, John Kerrigan. Let's go take a look at some charts. Let's take that out. Let's take a look at SPY. So SPY's pivot for today, tomorrow is going to be probably 460, right across there, 460.81. That's going to be tomorrow's pivot. Above it, I'm going to be a bull. Below it, I'm going to be a bear. That's SPY. Excuse me. Let's take a look at this on the daily chart. And you can see right here, we've got 1, 2, 3 candles up as it rallies into that green upper channel up there. So we'll see if that causes some consolidation or if it causes a rejection back to the lower part of the channel back here, or maybe even this weekly downtrend line. You can see price got up over the weekly downtrend line, and there's usually a rule: if it's over the weekly downtrend line, you want to be bullish. If it's under the weekly downtrend line, you want to be bearish. Well, being up over it, playing that bullish, worked out very well. As you can see, you got a nice rally there, nice rally into that wick there. Another rally, or actually another pop up here. If you bought price here, you can see it gapped up and then traded down. And of course, you can see price action ripping up there right now in the aftermarkets or in the late minutes as price goes. So SPY price action today, higher low, higher high, shooting for the target, which is the top of that channel up there. So we had a birthday trade today. We call it the Dude Hold My Beer, and I'll go over it real quick so you guys can see it. All right, price action goes up, slams back down, and like a red rubber school ball, bounces up twice as high over the student's head. So here's the bounce right off of support. This is the consolidation right there. Nothing over in the left-hand side because this is new yearly highs for the SPY. And then price action bounces all the way up here, consolidates, and continues to drive even higher into the close all the way up here. And you can see the target's going to be 462.73 area. And I expect that to probably gap up there tomorrow morning. But you can see there's the price action, and that trade worked out awesome as we took it from 457.80 clear up to 461.70 or 80 up here. And I got out half of my position because of the bearish engulfing. These are known to fail and fall back hard, so I didn't want to endure that ride down, so I took half my profit there. But you can see in the final minutes, price is rallying up towards the target. So I got duped, but my job is not to hit targets. My job is to take profits. So I took profit, and I saved myself a possible trip back down to this trend line down here. So there's SPY, still in a daily uptrend, all right? Last high, making higher highs, puts that in a daily uptrend. New yearly highs for SPY today. So we'll see what it does tomorrow. We got CPI and FOMC on Wednesday. So let's take a look at QQQ. All right, QQQ doing the same thing. Higher low, higher high in an uptrend, producing new yearly highs up here. So you can see QQQ bouncing up. Nice work on QQQ. Not all-time highs. All-time highs for QQQ are still about $20 away, $15 away. You can see up there, there's the all-time highs, 109.86, roughly about 410, okay? But QQQ in an uptrend. Here's the high. There's the higher highs. So you got an uptrend going on in QQQ. Still looking for that Fibonacci pullback in SPY. This was kind of a weak pullback for QQQ. More of a consolidation low than it was a Fibonacci pullback, but who knows? They may rally on to the highs, the all-time highs up here. So there's QQQ. Let's take a look at FNGU. It's another one we like to watch. FNGU in a daily uptrend. Here's the last high, making a higher high, puts it in a daily uptrend. Daily candle produces a higher low and a higher high. Me, I like to watch the bodies. If the bodies are advancing price, you can see the bodies are making higher lows. All right, I don't look at the wicks and tails sometimes. I just like to see, are the bodies advancing price? And they are, so that makes this bullish. And of course, it is bullish on the daily time frame too. So I look for the intraday time frame of like the 10-minute, where I get a 3 crossover the 8, and I like to play that bullishly up into resistance like that. So I would have traded that like from 202 clear up to, well, 205, 206 area. When you see that bearish reversal, that would be my clue to get out. So there's FNGU. Now let's take a look at IWM. So here's IWM, and let's look at that on the daily chart. So here's IWM. Now IWM looks a little bit different than the other 3 or 4 because it actually has put in higher lows. So you've got a higher low here, and then you've made a higher high. Then you've got consolidation, a breakout, and then another higher low here, and it's trying to make another higher high. So there's IWM in a daily uptrend, doing all the right stuff, doing those consolidation periods, and then breakout. I like a consolidation breakout or a consolidation pullback. Those I like the best. So there's IWM in a nice bullish chart right there. See, when price comes falling down, it's got some place to hold it up when you put in these consolidation batteries of candles to the right over here. So you got another consolidation. So it gives it something for price to catch on. Also makes a nice place to hang your stop. So there's IWM. Take a look at Diamond Dow. And see, Diamond Dow didn't do that. See how it went straight up? That leaves all of this area down below, all of this wide open for price to fall. So sometimes you throw the ball up, well, just like the Roadrunner and the Anvil, it comes falling back down. If you didn't put any foundation for this to stop on or to hold this superstructure up here, it can come falling back down. So be careful on this one. It's riding high. It's looking good though. All right, so we've got a high here, making a higher high, puts it in a daily uptrend. Today's candle, higher low, higher high. So we'll take a look at some of the other sectors real quick. SMH, daily uptrend, got a higher low, higher high. Nice work on SMH today, all right? Daily candle, higher low, higher high. Nice work there. XLF, I'll bet that looks the same way. Yep. XLF kind of straight up. Didn't put in those foundation steps that help support the superstructure up here. But we got a higher low, made it a higher high. Here's the last high. You can see it's making a higher high. Nice work on XLF today. Making not quite new yearly highs. Still got a little bit of ways to go. To get up over here at 37.19. All right, so it's getting close, though. It's looking good. So there's XLF. Let's take a look at IYT, transports. Transports, there's the last high, making higher highs, puts it in a daily uptrend. Transports did put in a little bit of foundation, not quite enough for me, but nonetheless, they did. I like to see a foundation that pulls back to this trend indicator here. And you can see we didn't hit the trend indicator. We hit the 8 and bounced up higher. So there's IYT. For today's price action, it's in a daily uptrend because you got a high here and it's making higher highs. For the daily candle, you've got an equal low and an equal high. So there's IYT consolidating over to the right here in a bull flag pattern. Take a look at USO. USO still in a downtrend with lower highs and lower lows. And you can see price action here, equal low. Inked out barely a higher high up there earlier today. UNG gap down and traded up. All right, so still in a downtrend, lower highs and lower lows. So there's UNG gapping down to almost 450 there. How low is this going to go? SLV. Let's take a look at SLV. SLV putting in higher lows and higher highs, puts it in a daily uptrend. SLV pulling back to minor support right through there. See these wicks and these bearish reversals? This would be the minor support. I would expect this to come back to the 3 and possibly to the 8 pretty soon, probably before the end of the week, I would say. This is getting almost into major support, which are these tails that stick down. It's getting almost into major support here on silver. So we'll see what happens there. So we did silver. Let's take a look at gold. Gold putting in a higher low and a higher high. Pull back today. Pick some more up here at 183.50. Actually 183.65. So here's gold pulling back to the support area. You can see this is support where price waffled back and forth here as it consolidated. So here's gold pulling back to support. Gold in an uptrend with higher lows and higher highs. Today's candle, lower high and lower low. So quite extended from the 8 EMA and the 3. All right, so let's take a look at this right here. See if we can get the dollar to come up for us. And we want to see what the dollar's doing. And the US dollar index. Now tomorrow we got CPI comes out at 8:30, and the dollar's still consolidating over the flat 200 around the 104 level right there. So there's the US dollar index. So here's the flat 200. I'll show you just a second. And here comes the daily chart. Give it just a moment. Let it load. And in the meantime, we'll go over to we didn't quite want that one. We want the other one. So here we got CPI comes out 8:30. Fed's going to make a statement at 2. Then they're going to have a little presser at 2:30 on Wednesday. So a little more volatility coming up. So here's the flat 200. That's the blue line right here. You can see price has been consolidating over the blue line for the last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days. Right there, actually, maybe even 6. All right, so there's price action for the US dollar index. As the dollar goes up, the markets get weaker. As dollar comes down, markets get stronger because cheaper dollars makes our goods and services more competitive on the global economy. So we'll see what happens. All right, traders, I want to thank everyone for being here today. Hope you all made some money, had some really good trades. Started this trade back on Friday and almost finished it today. Looks like it's going to be tomorrow morning, or they might go up and do the deal in the after hours and the post market, pre market tomorrow. We'll see what happens. All right, everybody have a wonderful evening. Thank you for being here, and I'll see you all tomorrow at 8 o'clock.